Jill Scott, welcome to
Yeah.
talkSPORT and to the Kickback. How are you today?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Very good, very good.
And you're at the Emirates. You've been with
Yes.
Cadburys today, meeting a very special Lioness and Arsenal fan, Gracie. Can you tell me a little bit about Gracie's story and the campaign that you've been working on with Cadburys?
Yeah, so Cadbury is celebrating game changers up and down the country. And I suppose it's people that have shown kind of acts of support but made a massive difference to people's lives. And for me, it's been really special today. I've met Gracie, who 2 years ago lost her sister. Really, really sad story. Her sister was 23 when she passed away, and Gracie Laura was a massive Arsenal fan, massive Lioness fan. She was at the Euros final. So I've just been chatting to Gracie really about all memories of Laura. And it's amazing now because Gracie now likes football, follows football, plays football because she wants her sister's memory to live on. But I think the most incredible thing about today is I think the people who are going through a tough time and then who can still offer support to other people, them are the people that absolutely fascinate me. And Gracie's now kind of running campaigns where she helps people who's lost siblings. She's working on a podcast, getting people on who are going through similar experiences. So yeah, today's been a really, really special day. And obviously I think the game changers what Cadbury is doing is just so incredible, really.
And obviously it's a really sad story, but like you said, the people that are able to go through that and help other people and she's kind of remembering her sister through football, which is so special that like football can bring people together and allow them to, have those memories like going to the final together. It's just so special that football has the power to do that.
Yeah, and I think obviously we hear a lot of special stories about that Euros win, but if I'm being honest, speaking to our mum today, and our mum went with Laura, and I think Laura had said it was the best day of our life. Like to think that that moment and you were part of it, maybe 1% or something like that, but to think that that is now given this family these memories when our sister is unfortunately no longer here. It's just really, really special. And yeah, that is the power of sport. I know sometimes we can speak about some stories in sport that might not be as positive, but these are the moments where sport really brings people together. And the fact that Gracie is now playing, and she's now loving Arsenal, loving following Leah Williamson, who was Laura's favourite player. I just think it's a really special story.
It is. It's really special, and it's lovely how, like you say, sport can bring people together. And amidst some of the negativity, we've got that positive that sport really can unite people. And obviously, you were part of that 2022 Euro squad. How was that in terms of your career? How does that winning moment rank for you?
Oh, yeah, it was the most incredible day. I think just being part of a team of people who just every day would put in the maximum amount of work because we all had this goal of what we wanted. And I think when you've worked so hard for something, obviously there was people going through their own individual journeys along that. Some had played for England for 16 years, some it was the first tournament. But I think the one thing that connected us was that kind of drive to go and get that gold medal. So you know what, I do feel I know that I put the work in. I loved football. I didn't cut corners, but I do feel incredibly lucky that I was part of that squad with some amazing people.
And what you guys did both on and off the pitch is just incredible, like bringing the game to so many new eyeballs, so many new fans, so many new people that maybe will get into playing as well. We saw 2.3 million more women and girls getting into football after that Euros win. And I mean, imagine if like the same happens this time around. That's just going to be a bit surreal, really.
Yeah, I kind of think of it like a snowball, doesn't it? Like gathering momentum, and we always kind of would get a bit of momentum and then it would stop, and then we'd get a bit of momentum because there was a World Cup, then it would stop. But I feel like now it's just gonna keep going. I think the girls are doing a great job. I think being good role models because then young girls, young boys will look up to them and think, you know what, I want to do that when I'm older. But there's so many, honestly, I'll be walking around the street and there'll be dads coming up to us going, I've got a bone to pick with you. And I'm thinking, oh God, what are they going to say? But they're like, I've got football on Saturday with my son. Now I've got it on Sunday with my daughter, and I absolutely love it. The fact that girls now have their opportunity where they can play football, and hopefully we can get the same momentum this tournament. I think it's going to be a great tournament. I'm very excited about it, a little bit nervous because I want the Lionesses to do well, and I'm sure they will, but that tournament excitement is definitely starting to gather.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it this morning, and just realizing like the countdown is really on. There's 9 days from today until that tournament. I mean, how's it going to feel like being a spectator this time around?
The World Cup was difficult. I think I was sat with the families and I could feel the nerves and the excitement for the game, but there was a lot of nerves. And I was saying to the families, you know, the girls on the pitch, they're quite calm because they know the jobs, they know what they've got to do. But it is really tough to watch because you don't have any control whatsoever. Whereas I suppose when you're on that pitch, you know, you can contribute or you can try and change a result or get a result. Um, so yeah, when you've said it's 9 days, did you say?
Yeah,
That's not long at all. I feel
Mhm.
like we've waited ages for it, and then suddenly it's round the corner. But you can't beat going to a tournament representing your country, and I know the girls will be excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a quite a different team this time around. We've obviously had some stalwarts of the game like yourself and Ellen White and Rachel Daly retiring, and then we've obviously had the news about Mary Earps, Fran Kirby, and Millie Bright as well. But you know, people I've spoken to, like football changes, doesn't it? It's not going to be the same team year in year out, and
Yeah.
so it's going to be so exciting to see some of that new talent that we've maybe not seen before.
Yeah, and you know what? It's hard to sit here and say that them players won't be missed because there will be. They bring a vast amount of experience. But you know what? You've got players now like Kira Walsh, Leah Williamson, who's been Georgia Stanway, who we used to think of as the younger players, but they've got so much experience like under the belts now. They've lifted major trophies for club and country, and now it's kind of a chance for them players to kind of take on the experience of the squad, and they're certainly ready for it. And then you've got the likes of Grace Clinton, who I love watching, to be honest. I think she's kind of keeping that old school midfield role going along with Georgia Stanway, just loads of energy. So it's exciting. Loving James in the squad as well. You could when I actually sit there and you go Alessia Russo, Chloe Kelly, Beth Mead, and you just go on and on, and yeah, the talent is endless, and that's what you need when you go to a tournament. You need that strength and depth. So yeah, I would say the Lionesses are definitely in a good position to go there and have a great tournament.
Exactly, like you said, those key players will be missed, but it's such a stacked squad that
Yeah.
like you can't help but still be really excited to see what they do. But who are you like most excited to be watching? Are there any like new players that we maybe haven't seen like an international tournament level that you're really keen to kind of see in action?
I think all the girls, to be honest, I think even the girls that we have seen in action, I think you can see them take their game up another level. I've really enjoyed watching some of the girls this season play for the club. I think Alessia Russo has been brilliant, especially when I watched her against Leon, and she's playing against Wendy Renard, which is not a easy game, and our performances were amazing, and then in the Champions League final. So I know we can speak about the younger players, which obviously will bring the excitement. I think they probably won't feel the pressure as much because there's not that expectation, but I'm also excited to see the girls that are going to have the experience of another tournament, having had a good club season. I really want to see the heights that they're going to reach in this tournament. So it's just an exciting time to be a Lioness fan, and I think there'll be so many young girls, young boys all over the country that'll be getting excited for this Euros.
And is there like that added pressure because obviously we won last time around? Will they be feeling that?
I think there's a bigger target on your back. I do think that. I think you see it in the men's game, the women's game, whenever say you're playing against Chelsea women, if they've won the league, you know, like this is a big game today. And when you beat them, it's a big win because you know that they're the best team in the league in terms of the WSL. So yeah, there'll definitely be a bigger target on the back, and I know the girls will want to win the tournament, but you know what, Serena will have them so grounded. They'll know what the targets are. And of course, they're going to want to win it. But I think it's going to be about, I don't want to sound cliche, but it really is about taking one game at a time. It's a tough group, we know that. But I do think when we get out of the group, I think we'll definitely hit the ground running. And yeah, I just want to see them in another Euros final.
Yeah, me too. I absolutely can't wait. And
Yeah.
I can't let you go without, you're obviously at the Emirates today. Can't let you go without a quick word on Arsenal. Obviously, we've got a big summer for women's football coming up with the Euros, but we just saw Arsenal win the Champions League, which for football in this country is just going to propel it to another level.
Yeah.
Disney Plus have already said that they're going to stream all the games next season. The BBC have as well. I mean, how incredible was that win for women's football in this country?
Oh, it was so big. And I was there, obviously an ex-Manchester City player, but I was so happy for Arsenal. I really was. I think when you looked around the team, I was so happy for Kim Little. Obviously, so many years she's played for Arsenal, played so many years at Scotland, a fantastic player, and really does deserve that success. So, yeah, I think I even sat in the stands for about an hour after, just watching them celebrate with the families. And that's the thing, these are the moments that sport does create. So yeah, I was so happy for them. And you know what, sometimes we have to get these massive successes like the Euros, like a Champions League win, for something big then to come off the back of it. But the girls are they're definitely not stopping. And as I said before, they're being fantastic role models, and they're really changing the game for the next generation. So yeah, I was really, really happy for them. It was great to see a English team win it, and I think they'll probably still be pinching themselves that they won the Champions League.
I know. I mean, I was at the trophy lift. I unfortunately didn't make it out to Lisbon, but was at the trophy lift, and I just couldn't believe like the amount of people there, all
Yeah.
singing the songs for each individual player. And I think that's what's so special about the women's game, is those role models, like you say. You celebrate every player, and they are like, somebody looks up to each and every one of them, and they are just doing so much both on and off the pitch, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. I was just saying before, I think that's why there's a good feeling around women's football, because when I was talking to Gracie before, I said to her, why Arsenal? And she was like, well, Laura followed Leah Williamson from watching the Lionesses, and then obviously followed her at club level as well. And I think that's what happens if you're a fan of the Lionesses, you're a fan of the teams in the WSL, because you want to watch Lauren Hemp do well at Man City, you want to watch Millie Bright at Chelsea, you want to watch Chloe Kelly at Arsenal. So I think that's what you get. You don't necessarily become a die-hard fan of a team. You become a fan of a player, which then obviously brings that support. So I think that's why the women's game has this real good factor. So yeah, as I say, today has been fantastic, and it's going to be something that, I don't know, I think you go away and you question how can you help people more, especially when you see the work that Gracie's doing in really, really tough times. So I think we all need to be a little bit more like Gracie.
100%. And we'll end on that note of, if you could give one piece of advice to people to go out and just do their bit, what would that be?
I think it was probably a conversation that we were having before, that it's okay not to be okay. And I think we are changing that with this generation of people that we have now. Like, it's not a weakness to say that you're struggling. And like Gracie did with this podcast, she's now found people that's gone through similar things. And I said to her straight away, I cannot relate with what you've gone through. But she's found people that can. And I think them little bits of advice to each other, I think there's always someone out there who will be struggling with similar problems. So I just think it's okay not to be okay, and make sure that you talk. And as you said before, if you can get into sport, be part of a team, feel as if you have a purpose, that you're going towards a common goal. I think that can really help as well. Even if it's a local team, you don't feel like you're a good player, just go out there and just give it your best shot, because at worst, you'll make a lot of new friends.
Exactly. I think that's the most important message. You don't have to be the next Beth Mead. You can just go have a go. And it really does like unite a community and people together, doesn't it? But Jill Scott, thank you so much for speaking to me today, and good luck with the campaign and everything as well.
Thank you.